Well, all right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. I know that I can be somewhat disconnected from the world and the way things happen, and I know I don't know everything that's going on, not even probably a quarter or a tenth that goes on in these cities. But the other day, now you have to listen. I grew up in your traditional home, all right? My mom and dad had 3 boys. And we grew up where there was no mistaking about who was the head of the family. It wasn't even a question. My father was, period, point blank. And that's just the way life was. When we did things that we shouldn't do, he didn't sit down and counsel and talk to us. He fired our rear end up. If one of my brothers got in a fight in the neighborhood, whether they won or lost, he still sent me to go fight the other guy and whoop his tail. He did. And then, anyway, and so my grandmother used to, she lived in the country, way out in the country.
Connected.
And we just enjoyed and loved going to see grandma. And I said when I got older, I'm getting out of these cities. And I did. Well, right after I got out of the military, I spent my little 10-year stint in the military. And I did. And I got out. And glad I did. But the other day, I was listening or watching this little panel. They had like 3 or 4 men, maybe in their 30s, and like 8 women. And the dishonor and the disrespect was just off the chain. The men were trying to keep it in pocket. And the only thing these women kept doing is talking about how many degrees she got, the job she has, and all this other stuff. And the one that had the most education was the one that was doing the most disrespecting, and you couldn't even carry on a conversation with her. Mouth just running, she's morbidly obese. And then the man just says to her, do you see, and can everyone see the reason why this woman would never get a man? Because there ain't no man gonna tolerate this. And of course her response was, well, I can't help that he's challenged because I'm educated and I'm all this and I'm all that. And I go. And then another woman, she goes on and starts talking about if men can go out and do it, I can do it too. I said, what? Basically, she was saying if a man can go out and date and lay with as many women he can, I can go out and lay as many men I can, and that's just the way it is. And when I decide to settle down, I'm going to settle down. Now, you have to understand, I have a world viewpoint, not just America, a world viewpoint. I have traveled much. I have lived in other countries. Years I have. I have lived outside the United States of America. I know other cultures. I know what they tolerate and don't tolerate. I know all this stuff. I truly do. But I can tell you one dang thing. With the way that these American women speak today, with the way they speak today, it's just unreal. I'm sorry, I'm distracted here for a second because, well, where's this damn thing supposed to be coming? They so far ahead, these people. Anyway, this the country, folks. It's supposed to be something. There's probably a combine or something that's coming down the road, and they're like giving warning, and the dang, I'm sitting over here waiting for it to come, and they're like a mile or 2 in front of it. Anyway, sorry for the digressions, okay? So anyway, I sit up there and I listen to this woman. And I'm thinking, I also come from a different perspective too, a holiness perspective. What man is going to want a woman that's got a body count of 50 and 100 people? That's the reason why she has that kind of mouth. is because she had too many bad experiences, too much DNA, and it's been proven that when a man's DNA goes into a woman, it changes her. That's why I tell men today, man, y'all better be very careful out here, man, not only with the diseases, but you better be careful out here, man, because you don't know at any given time with these multiple personality issues that women carry today. And I'm not saying all of them, but y'all know what the shoe fit wear. I'm talking about these loudmouth, obnoxious, boisterous, feminist, wicked ones that will buck up to any dang man and stuff. Then they wonder why, and none of them ain't got a man. None of them got a man. And so, man, you don't know at any given time if you're fighting with Tom, Harry, Jeff, or whoever. You just don't know. You don't know who at any given time who you are fooling with. Because these personalities in the woman, it could have been something or a bad experience that they had with this man, and then I got all kinds of distractions on this road this morning. People backing out and just blocking 2 lanes. I mean, man, this must have been the wrong time to start a video. Geez. But anyway, and you women out here, you need to understand something. Listen, you are supposed to remain a virgin until you get married. You hear that? Don't go out there and get a high body count and get arrogant and proud and think you something, and then you go to college. Next thing you know, you up here in these frat parties and everything, slinging it all up. Next thing you know, you got the claps, the drips, herpes, AIDS, and all gonorrhea and every damn thing else. And then you get bitter at men, and you will go out there and give every man whatever the hell you got. It's sad. It really is sad. Of course, the book speaks about what happens when people become promiscuous. There's a lot of repentance got to take place. I'm telling you, man, you're not going to get out of here unscathed and think you're going to trump the book. But I watched the attitude, no humility, no honor. These women today, no respect. They don't know their role. Men are the providers, the hunter and the gatherers, the warriors and the fighters. Men are, they're the protectors of the family. That's their role. Women, you are the nurturers. You are there to be a helpmeet to your husband. This ain't no partnership. Marriage is a 100% dictatorship. It just depends on what type of dictator you want. But it ain't gonna work trying to do it the way today with the time. You can't tell me monogamy is it. It's high divorce rate. And you definitely can't tell me homosexuality is it or lesbianism, because lesbianism is beating monogamy and homosexuality in divorce. Letting you know that the issue is not lying so much with the man as it is with woman. It's crazy that goes on. And then we have laws, which I always warn y'all about. Don't go out and get these marriage licenses. You should go back and look at my last video I did on marriage license. I gave you case proof. I read it for you. I told you what's behind that contract. I told you what's not, the things that are not disclosed to you at the outset of that agreement. You read a blank piece of paper or a piece of paper, but you're not reading the contract totally. There is something that is not disclosed to you that is behind that big old contract. They don't, I will venture to say that if you knew what that contract actually said, that probably, I'm thinking too high. Probably 50% of Americans will say, I'm not signing up for this. I'm not doing this. Because even if, I know it sounds crazy, because even if you divorce your wife, the state treat you as still, you man, that woman is your wife, even after divorce. That's what happens over here in monogamy. But you can go out and get remarried and end up in serial polygyny, but the state treats you as such, and so much so forth, and that's the reason why they have you paying for her livelihood. They don't even consider the children yours, they consider them hers. Man, that's a lot. I got so much I can talk about right now, but I looked at all these loudmouth, promiscuous women on that panel, and just the disrespect and out of order. You can tell that they were not reared in a family where there was a father that had his foot down. And you could tell that there was no woman that had no time to teach the younger women how to cook, how to clean, how to love their husbands, how to guide the house, how to rear and raise their children. No. Men, you don't need to be going to no clubs looking for no woman. If you want a decent woman, you need to find one that's of a meek and quiet spirit, that's not worldly, preferably one that continues to go to church and she's serious about a relationship with God. That's what you want to do. And even at that, you probably up against something. You want to find one that's in the holiness church, not one that where they go out there and they wear these makeup and stuff and all this. Oh boy, man. And then the other day I seen a video where a woman, and I'm gonna say a whorish woman. Now she goes up in the church, gets the mic, acting like she's getting ready to give a testimony about her come to Jesus moment, and she has a bodysuit on. I mean, leaving nothing to chance, shapely. You know, some women have been blessed to have a good shape. I don't know who told people that the ass is the holy grail today. It ain't nothing but a damn turd cutter. But nevertheless, they invest a lot of time, energy, and effort in developing that turd cutter. And men, for some reason, go batshit crazy because of it. Forget about the face, forget about the looks, forget about, hey, you got a nice looking turd cutter, boy. Woo, boy. That gives you some brownie points with the man. But nevertheless, she gets up and grabs the mic. Pastor sitting on the front row just cheesing next to his wife. The good pastor. Man. She started telling you know all these meetings and everything and stuff that this pastor had to go to. He wasn't at the meetings. He was with me. He jumped up and went off, man. He tried to almost hit her, but they grabbed him. Man, she out there revealing everything. See, that's the whore's woman. See, the good pastor. See, y'all pastors out there, if y'all really want to know about the way relationships are supposed to work and how to do them honorably, you should be contacting Pastor Dowell down here. I can help you. Because I'm telling you right now, y'all are reared and stuck into this satanic, monogamous-only society, which ain't nobody monogamous. This is going to tell the truth. I don't understand it. A woman been with 20 different consorts, 20 different clients, 20 different men. Then she gets married and she wants to be treated like Annie on Little House on the Prairie. She expects the greatest of every damn thing. And this is another thing that disturbs me. Young women want to give their best years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. They want to give their best years to the streets. And I'm talking about have their legs wide open, hanging it out there, giving it out to everybody. And then when she wants to settle down, she wants the best man. She don't want a man the way that she was, but she wants to settle down with a man that's got 6 figures, 6 feet, and you know what else. It's just crazy. And she has a list of demands. And I say over and over again, would you pay dealer markup over invoice for a car that's got 200,000 miles on it? If you got you got women out here, man, that's been turned so many times, they done gave up so much, man, they'll leave nothing to chance. It's crazy. She been altered and changed forever unless the blood of Jesus come in and convert her. And she wants premium price for her used up goods, wallowed out self. I tell you, man, here she is. She's sitting on a lot. She's 2018 with 200,000 miles. This is 2026. And she expects that her price tag is supposed to be the same as a car that has no mileage on it. Y'all hear what I'm saying, right? It's just a fact. See, what some of you women do, you need to have the humility to admit where you went wrong. You didn't have no father and mother that loved you enough because they didn't love Yah. So it was impossible for them to love you. The only love they got is just what you know in relationships, and that's it. Just by relationship, the water covenant that you came through. And they couldn't teach you nothing in the ways of Yah. They could only teach you what they did. It's some sick stuff, man. Chances are mama is bad, and she taught you how to be bad. And you definitely know that the father and mother didn't love the woman if they didn't correct her, if they didn't beat her tail and whoop her ass. I know that sounds crazy today, but boy, the Bible does talk about the rod of correction. And people need that rod today. They need that rod today. Y'all listen, if you're married and you're having daughters, first thing you need to do is teach your little girl how to clean herself, personal hygiene. And stop with all this stinkiness that's going on with y'all. Some of y'all, man, you sit around and talk to them. I mean, some women, man, they got an odor and a foulness about them that is unbelievable, unreal. Teach them personal hygiene. Then you need to teach them how to cook a biscuit, make a biscuit, bake a biscuit, and clean the house, do laundry, sew. I mean, all the good stuff. Be highly educated, know how to rear and raise children, and how to really truly love your husband. Get up before he does, make him breakfast. Now, that's right, I said get up before he does. While you sitting your ass at home, get up before he does. Make sure he's good to go and he's ready to go for work, to go out there and carve out a living, to keep a roof over y'all's head, clothes on your back, food in your mouth, and shoes on your feet. Support him. Don't let him have to get out here and fight in the world, then have to come home and fight your raunchy self. And you shouldn't be raunchy anyway. You should be a woman of a meek and quiet spirit. Men, listen to me. Stay away from these ratchet women who are arrogant and make mouths at and will talk back, clap back, all this. No. I'm not saying you can't have intelligent conversations, but her tone get out of order, out of shape. You better check that mess. And see, before you say I do, that's why I tell people, man, you better give it somewhere between 3 and 5 years nowadays before you say I do, because I'm telling you, man, and then you better learn how to drop a good contract, a very good one, because these people today, these are monsters out here today, both men and women. And women, don't go out here looking at the man who's bedding every woman in the neighborhood and got 5, 6, 7 baby mamas and stuff. Like, no. You find you are a hard-working egghead man that knows his duties and responsibilities, that ain't trying to go out here and be everything in the world and stuff, but he's just a simple man that's trying to make a simple, honest lifestyle and has old traditional values, meaning the woman, you should be at home to raise the children. You shouldn't be out here under the authority of another man at all, period, point blank. You got enough to do if you're at home taking care of him, his house, and his children. But see, you know what I just got finished doing, right? I'm actually cussing this generation out. You won't believe how many women will sit up and spawn over some stuff like this. It starts in the home. This next generation, if you're going to raise any type of women that has any worth whatsoever at all, they got to learn it at home. Got to have a father in the house. A lot of these boys out here that are uncouth, the streets is their father. What they going to teach them? Ain't going to teach them nothing. Teach them how to get to an early grave. Oh, shoot, me and my son right now, man, he goes a lot of places I go and does what I do. Just the other day, he was out on a land walk while he was getting his little sticks and stuff. Every once in a while, I say, son, you see that right over there? Yes, Father. That is what this is, and this is what that is, and this is what you always want to look for. We're in the woods, I say, you see this right here? When the tracks look like this, that's deer. That's when you can go hunting. You'll know that this area is good for hunting. You can set up your plots and stuff, and you remember, I'm going to show you how to do that too. Because here in a few more years, we're going to put a bow and we'll put a rifle in your hand, and you're going to kill some deer, and you're going to learn how to bring food home and put it on the table. You go back and watch some of my videos, you'll see me. I got my son out here, man, teaching him how to fish. Why? So he can fish another day. I don't think the way I'm looking at this world right here and the way things going, a lot of you office people, you're getting ready to get replaced by AI. A lot of you people with all these degrees and there's less laborers or laborious, like they used to say at work, all this stuff, man, all that stuff getting ready to get replaced. Men, I'm going to say it again. If I said it once, say it 1,000 times. Learn. Go out there and learn a trade. Plumbing, electrician, framing, stuff like that. Building. The way you can get, because people just don't want to do these jobs. You can make a lot of money doing it. A lot of money doing it. You can. Because in the ministry, we're always going to be building, so we always need plumbers, we need electricians. Always going to need it. Everybody is not qualified to lead. Let me get back to my video for a second before I digress again and again and again. If we're going to have a generation of holy and righteous women, they're going to have to be birthed inside of a structure. And it can't be, these people can't be out here learning from YouTube and Rumble and Truth Network. They can't be doing that. They can't. It has to be learned at home. It has to be learned in the assembly. And then they have to be around an environment to where they know how to act and know how to behave. We just simply don't have that today. Now, at Straitway, we got it. Oh, yeah, but I seen all the stuff they saying. You believe every fool out there, right? I told you, the acid test of this. The people who are pointing fingers, slandering, defaming, and lying, mind you, they've been in this ministry 10, 14 years and stuff. What was their testimony then? See, it's just like a bad divorce. When something don't go their way, then they got all these issues and troubles and problems. Y'all need to listen. Y'all need to become very keen at listening very closely to someone. If they're pointing fingers and talking about somebody else, you need to peer into their lifestyle. You need to do background checks on these people. You need to make sure that you take heed that you don't be deceived, because there are many deceivers, there are many mockers, and there are many anti-messiahs. I'm telling you, man, you better do your due diligence, because you're going to end up being burnt. Love your children. Men, don't look in this particular generation 10 years either way. Your wife could be 10 years younger than you, and you just may have to just wait for her. I would be willing to wait than to take my chance with these loudmouth, just painted up, bobbed head, bonnet wearing Jezebels. It's unreal the way I see these women talking today. I never seen that growing up. I never saw it growing up. Never. It's off the chain. Even when I was in the military, I guess the Father was preserving me, because when I was in the 82nd Airborne Division, we didn't see no women. Because I had a combat MOS. And so there were no women in that stuff. Nowadays, you got women. I still don't believe this day. You got women rangers. I still don't believe it to this day. Don't believe it. But man, I just tell you, man, I went to the 3rd Infantry Division, man. JRTC Op 4, 1st and 509th, Airborne Infantry, all men, no women at all. I was fortunate. I stayed in manly environments. I only can hope that maybe some young woman has more value for herself and say, you know what? I'm not going to be like these bat-winged, promiscuous women that's going out here trying to get all the pipe that they can and thinking that here I am, a premium car. You know what I mean? And used up and abused myself and have personality issues and stuff like that. I'm going to keep myself, and I'm going to keep myself, first of all, for God, then I'm going to keep myself for my man. There's only going to be one man that's going to come up in me, and that's it. And his children is coming out of this womb right here. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Pass this video around and hopefully some young woman can hear this stuff. Man, what a wicked, wicked world. And you know what? All you adults, you father and mothers who are like 40 years old and upwards, you the trouble, you the problem, and you the issue. You don't want to raise these monsters and these dang bandits. I'm telling you. And you need to repent. You need to go back and tell them you failed at your job of what you should be. Maybe when we repent and stuff, we can rent out our garments and stuff, put on some sackcloth, man, and really try to turn this thing around, because you're going to have an attrition rate, because people they've gone too far in this world. They done had a good taste of this world, and Satan done gave them all the sweet stuff they want to see. At least they think so. Then they go out here. I've never seen it. It's never failed. You try to tell these young folks, look, don't go out there and do that. Well, smart asses, huh? Yeah, they all know every damn thing. They know so much. Every one of them do. And don't know nothing. Then they end up coming home with their head tucked between their ass because they got humbled out there. They didn't want to listen to us old hoary-headed people. Been out there and done it. Hope it says something to stimulate thought. I need to concentrate on this road because these people are not doing too good this morning. It's amazing. I just purchased a vehicle the other day. Never mind. Shalom, King coming.